Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your magical moon message. Tis the peace dealer. And we are moon in Sag, sun in Aries. Hola, it's your boy. Update coming soon. I think some of y'all wanted an update because I did mention yesterday how your boy got high as hell and it did help with my back. So I'll update y'all on my progress next Monday. And yeah, I'll probably go live or I'll just do a magic moon message. I'll let you know how like this new cycle's going with everything. But other than that, I just saw a 444 on the license plate. So the angels say hi. Moon in Sag, 9th house to the sun in Aries. Shit is about to get super fun, y'all. I think this is an Aries season that we'll really enjoy because starting it off with Scorpio was a little dark, a little shady. Shout out to you, Scorpio. Moon in its fall, sun in its exaltation. So we came out of transforming out of old aspect of ourselves, and this is now the ascension, baby! The ascended self, the level up. Shout out to you, Sag, Moon, Aries, Suns. The 9th house makes this collective individuality. So the moon going through the gauntlet from Sag, Cap, Aqua, and Pisces are now collectively having you be receptive to the God level nature of your own individuality. So anyone whose moon in the last 4 zodiac signs and sun in the first 4 zodiac signs is familiar with this. This is called collective individuality. We're all God level individuals. And the reason why this is important is it kind of denotes feeling everything while still expressing individually. And so what you're coming into alignment of is receptivity to the understanding, moon, of the higher perspective, Sagittarius, and vision of who you are. So relative to how you've leveled up, you're seeing that now. You're seeing how you're embodying the raw nature of your identity as you'll manifest the grounded collective nature of this in Capricorn, and then connect in Aquarius, and then transcend, I pass an infinity as I say that, in Pisces. All of this will lead into the new moon in Aries as we download this collective nature of said persona. But this is less of a persona and more of your actual identity. And so the high dynamic, vibrant nature of fire this transit brings will really inspire you to step into more ascended expressions of who you are. Especially because Aries is all about the power in the name. So many of you may come into a higher perspective. 88 keys. Some of you may come into a perspective of how more to see who you are and how to actually show that as well. So, be very mindful of what visions you're being shown to anchor, because the moon in Sag is going to also have you feel into a higher guidance to direct your actions. Direction is Capricorn. So you're coming into the perspective, and then once we step into Capricorn, you're going to take action with that quarter square that will challenge you to now practically take action off of the insight gleaned. So the moon is giving you real-time insight into how more to see yourself. This is the vibration of the ascended self. And so this is like the transit for your own personal higher self. Okay? And really awesome, because what the moon in Sag is also doing is it's ascending your understanding of yourself to the next level effectively over the next week. So really be mindful with the Chiron energy being activated of egos that clash with your personality passive aggressively, because they're not with the smoke like that. So the best thing that they can do is use passive aggressive means with which to project their own insecurities, because their real life. Are you serious? I just passed another license plate that said 444 on it. Maybe it's the same car, But yeah, other than that, they realize they're punks. I was gonna say the B word. I was gonna say they're bitch made, but they're punks. Like, despite the image people put on, the masks people put on, ask if they'd keep that same energy with you one-on-one. Most of the time they won't. Most of the time, and that's why Aries season is so important, because you're carving your own individuality. Aries season asks you, outside of the clothes you wear, the affiliations you have, what kind of music taste you have, what kind of success you have, what kind of people you know. Take all that shit away. Who are you? When it's just you, who are you? And a lot of people aren't individuals. Like, a lot of people can't answer that question because they tie their identity towards other people, towards who they know, towards what other people did, towards their career, right? If you just take who they are, a lot of people still don't know who they are. And so this moon in Sag is gonna show a lot of people the true bitch that they really are and how they just ain't shit. But it's also gonna show a lot of other people how amazing they are and how they have so much more to inspire and grow with others. And should you need this message, y'all, don't you dare give up, especially as it pertains to the higher ascension of your character. Many of you will even now step into and see higher faculties and functions of your own superpowers and abilities. You'll see how you could take existing abilities and take it to the next level, which now takes how you express yourself to the next level. But don't get so caught up in reacting and fighting with other people who just want to use you as a come up, or use your name for clout, or just drawing your energy vampirically, whether they're aware of it or not. Just clap them. Just put them in their place and move on. Period. Pick your battles wisely, because this could be very distracting with the moon that's squaring Neptune. So people will show you things that aren't even true. People will show you things with the wrong context. For example, your friend might show you, see, your girlfriend was texting this girl, and you can see it. You can see it. Your girlfriend texted, or your boyfriend texted somebody else, but the context is off. Your partner's texting that person because they want some information about you, but they don't want to tell you because they want to surprise you, right? That's Neptune square moon. Things are not as they seem. Certain people can promise you things that are completely cap, completely. And they may, in the moment, truly believe that it's larger than life and bigger than what it actually is. So especially with that square to Jupiter, just assume that everyone you're talking to is a fucking liar or delusional. Like, they're just making shit up. A lot of what people are going to be coming into are developing situations, so they may be speaking on things that are currently changing. And be very mindful of like headlines and buzzwords you see to literally trigger you based off of how you react to headlines. You need a lot of context. For example, I read an article the other day that said woman who spoke really bad about Putin was found dead. And the article makes you think that Putin has something to do with it, but in the article it tells you Putin had nothing to do with it, and it was her ex-boyfriend who killed her. So like, the headline makes you think something totally different. That's that square. You're taking the transcendent nature of Neptune, which in its negativity is fog and illusions, and the moon squaring that is now clashing with your understanding of the meaning of a situation and the Neptunian fog that can cloud why you're seeing into that meaning. So allow situations to develop, because this is also going to show you powerful synchronicities. But the moon in Sag can show you magically that your soulmate, or someone who you're meant to connect with relevantly, whether platonically or romantically, is in another partnership with somebody. And that may not make sense because you don't have the context. You may not know that that person might just be ending that partnership. You're just going off of what you see. So don't believe everything you see. Believe, none of what you hear and half of what you see. But like, realistically, make sure that everything you see, you just take a lot more time to ground in truth, because there's nothing in Gemini, there's nothing in Virgo. So once again, just be very mindful. It's not about people deliberately, willingly trying to lie to you too. A lot of people are just more delusional than not during this period. And the way people synthesize how to make sense of an experience is not going to take into account everything that's being hidden or the full context of the situation. So this same square is super magical, and it triggers a lot of paranormal phenomena with Sagittarius and Pisces that take metaphysical dynamics from unseen aspects of your reality that the moon in Sag will help you understand what you're seeing. Cool if you're actually a Sagittarius and you're a Pisces and you live that life. Not cool if you're confused as hell with what you're seeing. Don't fall into the trap of trying to figure it out. Just take stock of what you experienced and know that when the moon goes into Pisces, you'll have further understanding. So don't be so quick to rush to conclusions with what you kind of uncover. Allow things to develop. Especially, this is going to embark a lot of you on a personal adventure to rediscover your identity and who you are. And this isn't based off of the lofty feelings you have of yourself, because we sometimes tend to be super hard on ourselves or super biased towards ourselves. This is based off of the actions you're taking that define your character and how you do what you do. Now, here's the thing, and this is what makes this very controversial. You might act in a way that I don't like. And personally, for me, I think is disgusting. That has nothing to do with me, though. And it's not up to me to start to shame you because I don't like how you live your life and how that clashes with my beliefs. It's different if you live with me and then we now have to make an agreement and compromise. But outside of that, my attempts to shame and guilt you because of the way you decided to live your life is ultimately just manipulation on my part, passive aggressively, instead of confronting you and at least having some kind of conversation. And so you don't want to dim your light to make other stupid people feel more comfortable. That's not what we're doing. In fact, some of you want to embrace the controversial nature of what you do relative to the society you're in and do more of it. Romans 1:16, for I am unashamed of the gospel and to share the gospel. I paraphrase that. But still, a lot of you need to be unashamed in spreading your gospel, the truth of you, and living in spirit and truth, because some of you are meant to trigger the crap out of people. And in triggering these people, it raises up important emotions and thoughts that need to be dealt with in the moment. Within reason, of course. Let's all take responsibility of what we do. And the sextile to Saturn that the moon will be making will be taking visions and realizations and linking them with the right connections and collectives to strengthen more your mind in this vein. Look forward to coming into new techniques you can apply, new philosophies about yourself that will raise your vision of yourself. And I think there's a lot of good news that you're going to receive. But once again, don't believe in any false promises. Like anything that's up in the air, assume that it's a little bit too good to be true. Now, the thing here though is, here's the cheat code. Now with Moon Square Neptune, this is where you can feel the future desire as a present fact. This is where you can spend time fish-tardedly in visualization, seeing and running through imaginal acts as if they're already real. Because of this disassociative, loose perception and energy in the perception, it will now draw, and this isn't the right way to say it, but it will merge different timelines. And it's a lot more susceptible for you harnessing different perspectives and different beliefs that have you embody a whole different aspect of your own frequency or a whole different frequency. So it's something to keep in mind. And everything that is generating magically will lead us into the last cardinal fixed mutable duo. So take the moon in Sag, which is the last of the fall season, as we step into the winter group, and the moon in Cap will now have you fully activate superpowers that will check your individuality, amongst other things. Y'all stay blessed. Enjoy the magic. Godspeed. Peace.